Kev, what's good, bro? What's good, man? Congrats on the book, man. Just finished it. Man, shout out to you, but let's talk, bro. What's up, man? Why? Why, Kev? Why? Just tell me why. Don't you know once you get success, you gonna have target on your back. People are gonna come for you. They want what you got. But what do? You fall right for it. Now look at you. Now look at you. Now on top of that, I gotta deal with all the women that, you know, the I hate men club. I gotta deal with the all men are liars, I hate men, all this. I gotta deal with this, Kevin. You didn't even think about us. You selfish. Now look at this. Now look at you. You all on Instagram and Twitter looking dumb. You know what? You deserve it because you put us in this situation. Just giving them more fuel to the fire. How are we supposed to make it? How are we supposed to make it, bruh? It's already hard enough. We just, you know, settling things down and then boom, here you go. Here you go, bro. You know what? I can't even deal. And now you handle this. You handle this, Cam. Man, he can't. He's successful, but he can't, you know, control temptation. Stupid. What is going on, beautiful people, and welcome to the only place in the universe that supplies you fuel for your dreams, goals, and entrepreneur ambitions for the free reality TV. And today, people, we have another universal favorite segment, Bookworm. As you guys can see here, I'm reviewing Kevin Harts' latest book. Perfect timing, I know, but I can't make this up. Life lessons from Kevin Hart. Now, I got the book before all this hoopla went down, so I don't care. I'm reviewing it regardless of the situation. Still bringing this to you guys because you guys are still going to be able to take some things from it, okay? So before we jump into that, I need you guys to tune in to this video right here, okay? The giveaway. We need 100 subscribers before I give away the grand prize. So you guys go ahead to that video once again, click on it, subscribe, comment in the comment section below. That is very important so you can have the chance to win. So that video is also going to be in the description below, so you guys can check that out. We are so close to 100 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the people who have already clicked that button to subscribe. And hopefully you are the one who win. And who knows, it may or may not be $100 grand prize, but we shall see. So, of course, he starts off the book with his childhood. Naturally, his childhood is what shaped him to who he is today. Kevin and his brother grew up with his mom primarily due to his father being an addict. For those of you guys who follow Kevin Hart, you've seen a bunch of his material with his dad who, needless to say, is just wow. He's crazy. You guys know the stories. You can tune into his comedy specials and find out he's just crazy. And the stories do not stop in this book. He sheds a number of stories on there that are just as crazy. For instance, this is one of my favorite ones. And in the book, it's Kevin Hart's voice. So when you're reading it, you can picture him telling the story, right? So him, his brother, and his dad are walking back home, right? And out of nowhere, his dad gets jumped, right? So imagine when you getting jumped, you fighting back and everything, trying to get out of the situation. Maybe you telling your boys, run, get out of here. Nope. His dad was sitting there getting beat up, having a casual conversation with Kevin and his brother, like, hey, no worries. I'll catch up to you guys in the house. You guys just go on. This ain't nothing. Mind you, he getting jumped and beat up. This just gives you an example, if you've never seen any of his comedy specials, how crazy his dad is, and stories go on and on and on throughout the book about his dad. Needless to say, his mom and his dad did not stay together, and how can you blame him? How crazy his dad was, an addict, a drug addict at that. Needless to say, Kevin and his mom and dad did not stay together, okay? And how could you blame her, man? He was an addict. On top of that, she found out he was a habitual cheater. He had multiple kids other than Kevin and his brother that she didn't even know about till later. So naturally, She kicked him to the curb. He was out of the house, and she pretty much raised those 2 boys by herself. And Kevin's brother kind of wanted to take the step of the man of the house, you know, do what he can, but in turn brought more harm than good to the household. And what I mean by that, he got into the street, petty theft stuff here, things there, and it all just rose to a head when he was about 17. His mom ended up just sending him to the army because she couldn't deal with it anymore, and she didn't want him to turn out like her, you know, baby daddy. So what she decided to do different with Kevin is structure every part of his day. Hourly, minutely, she had something for him to do, regardless of if he liked it or not, just to make sure he stayed off the streets. One of the funny stories you guys are gonna read about is when he was on the swimming team. And it's pretty cool that the swimming team that Kevin was actually on was the movie Pride that, you know, Cuba Gooding Jr. and everybody was on. He was actually on that swimming team, but you can find out why his character never ended up in the film, and I'm not going to tell you guys why, but you'll read and see why. But just activities like that, basketball, swimming, he was doing all kinds of stuff that his mom just wanted to keep him occupied and out of the streets. And the beautiful thing about it, even though Kevin hated this at the time, this is what in turn developed his focus, his work ethic once he got into comedy. So after high school, Kevin he didn't really like school, to say the least, okay? So he thought he was going to be a basketball player like most young black people do. Men, of course. And he just said, hey, this is my plan. I'm going to go to the NBA. I'm going to go to this community college, then, you know, go D1 and then go to the pros, right? Nah. My boy tried out and got cut. So he's like, dang, what am I going to do? And of course, his mom, he had it with her. He just wanted to move out. He was tired of all these rules and everything like that. He had to get a job, and he ended up getting a job at City Sports, which ended up selling sneakers. Okay, really developed a passion for selling those shoes and wanted to move up into the company as well. So one day, his associates told him to go to an open mic. They said, hey, Kevin, you're funny. You'll be great at this. And then that's when it ticked. He went to the open mic, and he loved it. He loved it. He felt like he was a natural. He was good at it, and that's where his passion developed, and he discovered that, hey, I want to do comedy for the rest of my life. So the passion began, and this is what I love about reading books like this and entrepreneurs and go-getters and people that are hugely successful. He took the leap. He left his job, went to comedy full time. Didn't know how he was going to make ends meet. Didn't know how he was going to pay his rent from month to month, but he knew this was his passion and this is what he was going to do for the rest of his life. So as he put his soul into his new passion, things started to happen. One of these things that happened is a gentleman named Keith Robinson saw Kevin Hart. As he was doing his little comedy clubs here and there, the guy came up to Kevin, gave him some constructive criticism, told him, you're all right, but there's some work to do. How about you follow me to New York and I'll show you how it's really done. And that's where it all began for him to start sharpening his craft. This guy ended up being Kevin's mentor. And it was a very hard mentorship. Kevin didn't call it this, but this is what it was. And he just had him drive him from Philadelphia to New York every single week. Kevin couldn't perform. He would just sit up there and watch Keith perform. This served as a number of things. It was a lesson to Kevin that, one, you don't get everything right away, and two, you need to realize what kind of position you're in. Why, instead of just sitting there and pouting, wondering why you're not getting stage time, are you noticing what I'm doing? Did you notice that I went to 8 clubs, and in every single club, I rearranged my material differently? I put this joke here. I had a different influx in my voice there. I'm recording every single thing. I'm going over my jokes. Did you notice that? Or were you sitting there and pouting?
Gotta shout out my man C for winning my last
book review trivia question, Black Privilege. Shout out to you people. We not playing. I keep telling y'all. So, you know the name of the game. The first person to answer this question correctly in the comment section below, I will send you this book for free. Okay? So, the question is, what was the name of the first movie Kevin Hart was in? All right? Once again, the first person to answer this question correctly, I will send you this book for free. And eventually he got his time, his opportunity on the few stages in New York, and slowly started to build that reputation, started to build his work. And as he did this, as he got better and better, some more opportunities ended up showing up at the doorstep. One being Dame Dash, okay?
Did somebody tell you fired? Yes or no? Did another man say you're fired?
So he had a movie that he wanted Kevin to be in, and this movie ended up being Kevin's first step into Hollywood, because a number of the comedians that were coming up with him did not have a movie out. So he had a competitive advantage, and eventually a director saw Kevin because he had a little cult following from the Hood Classic that he was previously in, and he ended up getting a TV show. He ended up getting a movie. Many of you guys remember this movie, Soul Plane. So things were on the up and up. He started to get thousands and thousands of dollars, and Kevin was like, I made it. I finally made it. Psych has a great way of humbling you, okay? And Kevin definitely got humbled. Once again, Soul Plane didn't do what he thought it was going to do. His TV show got canceled. Then he got the stigma in Hollywood that, I don't want to touch you. You're not going to get that role. No. And then he didn't have any work. So, once again, he had to go back into his bag, and he said, you know what? I'm going to go back to my roots, comedy, what I love. And I'm going to do this until the wheels fall off. That's how I'm going to build my audience. I'm not going to sit here and wait for agents to call me to get in a movie or to get a new TV show. I'm going to grind. I'm going to work my butt off. And I'm going to come with the audience now, so I can't be denied. So that's what he did. He forgot about Hollywood, and he just went on the road. He toured. He said he didn't care what kind of show there was, what kind of venue there was. He was in there putting his work in. Up to 7 years, man. And what the beautiful thing about it was, it slowly started to build. He got a Comedy Central special, which was very important to, once again, put his name back out in Hollywood and everything like that. And slowly he started to get the phone calls back again. And the funny thing is, they were calling him like he was a new person. And Kevin was like, bro, I've been here before. Don't you remember me? But that's usually how stuff happens. But the thing that really catapulted him into the atmosphere that he is now is, once again, taking another huge risk. And that risk was putting his comedy special into a movie theater. Now, at that time, Comedy Central was the way to go. HBO was the way to go, having those type of specials. And when Kevin brought this idea out, a lot of people were like, no, you're crazy. Who do you think you are? Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor? Like, no, they are the people that can do it. Those are the celebrities and the mega talents that are able to leverage that type of, feature. But what you guys should do, and what he did, he believed in himself. He had his vision, and he said, I don't care what you guys think about what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it. And he did it. Now, what he had to do, since these people didn't believe in him, he had to spend his last dime to rent out the venue, get everything done, filmed. And that's what I mean by true belief in yourself. Without that, he wouldn't have been able to do it. It's a risk. He's going to be broke if this doesn't hit. And ironically enough, at an airport as well, sitting down, some director comes up. The director happened to be a young, talented, up-and-coming guy, and he had a movie idea that he wanted to run by Kevin. Kevin didn't really know, but he's like, all right, I'll listen to it. That ended up being Think Like a Man. So in conjunction, these two big things started to boil. And then they erupted all at the same time. Think Like a Man was a hit. His movie was a hit, and then Kevin Hart was automatically a mega movie star. Just like that. It was really just get you inspired and motivate you just to see the work that was put in 7 years, 8 years, however long it took, just drilling into his craft to be where he is at now. And it just the hindsight being like Hollywood thought he was new when he had already been there and failed. It's so crazy how we think we have arrived and we can be thrown to the side and then come back and we're like this new hot thing, you know? But it's all about being, you know, humble and learning from your lessons. And the really huge thing that I really loved about his rise from success is he took his boys with him. You know that Drake line, he'd rather give the 10% to the, you know, the people he rock with, we'll say it like that. But that's what I really respect and what I look to do, you know, in my future, to be able to take and give opportunities to people that I rock with. That would be so dope. And Kevin did that, you know. He made a host out of one of his homeboys. The opening act was one of his homeboys, the feature act, and then Kevin would go on. So they're all making money together. Okay, your security, my barber, you're coming with me. Just employing the people around him, bringing the people up with him. Also, they know him. They can keep him grounded as well. And just hearing their stories and how they all came up in the book it's really awesome. I can do nothing but commend the grind, the focus, the drive it takes to get there. And you know, he illustrates that all in the book. So we're going to go into, you know, the rating of the book, and I'm going to give this book a good read rating. It's definitely a good read. It's a very easy read. When you guys read the book, you'll pretty much be hearing Kevin Hart in your head. It's really funny though, too, some of the stuff he puts in there and how he puts it in there. It's just a fun read. You can sit down and pass 20-30 minutes on every other day or something. Once again, definitely recommend it. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love this support. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to click that subscribe button. Click. Drop comment in the comment section below what you guys thought about the review. If you've already read the book, tell me your favorite part of the book down below. And once again, the first person to answer that question correctly gets the book for free. I will send it to you. You saw my boy C. I'm not lying. I'm not playing with you guys. Answer it correctly. The first person, I'm sending it to you. So thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great day, week, month. You already know to dominate, dent the universe, and tune in next Sunday, every Sunday at Reality TV. That's the only place you need to be. You understand me?